Morning, guys. We've had a bunch of different type of tech tips over the last couple of years, actually. Wow. Anyways, we try to keep it, new and edgy, and all right, edgy might be a stretch, but fresh, right? So this way we're not always talking about the same thing and not always doing the same thing. But sometimes you gotta go back to the classics, because the classics never die. At least we hope they don't. That's kind of what we're here for, right? So as most of you guys know, some people did the GM Tailgate Tour, and some guys didn't make it to the GM Tailgate Tour. We've already heard the lessons learned by the guys that didn't make it. So I think today we're going to hear some lessons learned by the guys that did. Here's your Tuesday morning tech tip from Pugliese Speed Shop. Yo, let me start by saying you're about to see a whole bunch of stuff in the background that proves we learned our lesson, because we took it to heart and we've been getting after it, guys. And that's because there's some jealousy, guys. And jealousy, they always say it's one of the, 7 deadly sins. However, it can be good. I think any of the sins can be good. My mom's not going to like this. It can be good if you recognize it's a problem, and but you channel it so you actually use it for good. See? Turn it around, man. I promise you, right? Seriously though, guys, I saw Kevin, all the pictures. There was video. He was on Yeah Buddy Garage. His truck was. His buddy's truck was. More than once. He got to meet him. Said he's a cool guy. Okay, I can see that, right? But I wish, and this is going to contradict what I said last time, but I wish I was there. Of course I wish I was there. I wish I was there driving this truck. Or maybe this. But I didn't go because, mainly because this guy wasn't ready and these things happen. And I did have the opportunity to ride with Kevin. He offered, and Scott called me and told me I was a bitch or something. And it's just, it all, I definitely had the chance, even though I failed. And that's where the jealousy kind of kicks in again, because I'd have the same feeling, guys, because I wasn't in my car, or my truck rather. And I'd be jealous of everybody that was there with their own, vehicles and their builds and talking about their stuff. And I'd be telling people about my stuff. And what am I going to do? Pull up my phone and show pictures when everybody else's car. I keep saying car. Everybody else's truck is right there. That's pretty lame, right? So we're talking about me, which is not what this is about. Let's hear some words from Kevin. He's always got some words of wisdom. And I think we all got something to learn.
All right, checking in, Chaz. So, you always say I'm mean to you. I need to strive to be a better person, so I'm not going to be mean. I just wanted to check in after the tailgate tour and tell you how much fun we had. Would have been a lot more fun with you and Wade if you would have showed up, because I learned a couple things about drive events. They're about the drive. It's about driving your shit boxes. Well, some of them aren't shit boxes. Some of them are really nice trucks, but I digress. Had a good time. Learned a lot. First thing I learned is this back window. Follow. This back window really needs some tint, because when you're driving when you're driving west in the morning, in a regular cab truck, man, the back of my head got beat up with the sun. But we learned it. We'll get some tint for next time, and we'll get her fixed. But that's a must for the next drive event, especially if I'm going west in the morning, where the sun's behind me. But cooler, come in clutch. Got to have the cooler. Next time back here, probably going to get a tonneau. Can you see my hand? A tonneau cover, so we can. Well, let's face it, a tonneau cover just keeps honest people honest. You know, they're not keeping anybody from stealing anything. But I trusted a lot of people. Sorry, I'm flipping you around, but I bought the old lock and latch Craftsman bin. She's in there good. With all the essentials in it. Thankfully, I didn't have to use much. Like a quarter quart of oil, 650 miles, used like a quarter quart of oil. Not bad, considering the front main seal's about to fall out of this thing. Did use probably almost a half a gallon of coolant because, well, it's leaks. But Matt assures me both of our motors are almost done. So we'll have to make another trip out to Tennessee to get some couple engines, because this 305 is clapped out. I think it made 172 horsepower from the factory. I think she's probably down to about 120, 130 horse because she's a little anemic going through the hills, but man, she just kept plugging away. What else? Oh, seat needs some love. The seat in this thing is my tailbone. After 650 miles in 2 days, my tailbone was beat up. So we're gonna be doing something with the seat. So the seat, gotta have seat. The cooler was clutch. Probably gonna get a tonneau cover for keeping honest people honest. What else? Gotta have a grill, because the drive events are more about the drive than anything else. What you find is when you get to the hotel between the drives, well, everybody's tailgating. It's a tailgate tour. So everybody's tailgating, everybody's got grills, and if you haven't followed, or if you don't know, Yeah Buddy Garage, I met him, good guy. He has got road tripping down. He pulls out a grill and a table, and he knows exactly how to cook on the run, and you can learn a lot from him, and I definitely will take a page out of his book for future drive events, because like I said, it's more about the drive than it is anything else. So the in-between is just filling space for the drive. But had a great time. It would have been great in drive events. Would even be fun with the ladies. Like the ladies, you know, they typically do better than us when it comes to like planning dinners and meals and stuff. So I think the ladies would have enjoyed it as well. It would have been nice to have Wade or old Wade and Chaz. Would have been nice to have you guys, because I didn't know a whole lot of people. Thankfully, my boss is a drive event veteran, so he knows drive events, and he was kind of showing me, introducing me to people, and it was a good time. No regrets. Well, maybe some sunblock on the back of my neck, but that was about it. In Denton, North Carolina, it just so it coincided with this other event at the Denton Farm Park. It's the Denton Farm Park Carolina Pickers event. And man, they had acres of stuff. And I will be going back next year. The tailgate tour does not go through Denton next year, but I will be going back and probably making a road trip out of it, because man, there was a lot of cool stuff. I will be driving the big truck, maybe the trailer, because I really want a big sign for the front of the garage. I'm looking for like a big, it's one of the dinosaur gas station sign. Sinclair, big Sinclair sign for the front of my garage. But I found an Esso sign. Dude said he would deliver it out here on the coast for $3,500, for the purchase price, which was $3,500. He said he'd deliver it for that. Almost pulled the trigger on it, but I wanted Sinclair. I didn't want SO, but the sign was beautiful. But I did find another sign. I found this crusty old AC Delco sign. I'm sorry if I'm being all fidgety here. Got a real smoking deal on it. You fit behind the seat, and if you notice between the C and the D, a couple bullet holes. Got to keep it classy. But anyway, just wanted to check in. And you say I'm always mean to you, so I think I was pretty nice to you this time. I don't think I could say anything to make you feel any worse because you seem like you're beating yourself up pretty good. So I won't say nothing. I will tell you that I do have a couple things for you. I got a couple stickers I picked up for you. And there's a couple receipts in there too. You probably know what the receipts are for, but we don't need to talk about that, right? We don't need to talk about that. We don't need to rub anything in. There's always next time. There's always next time. Anyway, just wanted to check in. It's kind of a long video, I know, but the boy can edit my big mug out of there. Missed you, buddy. Wish you were there.
You almost made it. Almost, guys. He was like right there. But some good advice, and you guys might have already picked up on this. I'll give you another sneak peek where he took part of his advice. You'll see that coming up next episode. But yeah, I was beating myself up. I still am, to a certain extent, because I wish I was there. It was a great idea Kevin came up with, but like he said, there's always next year. This guy, I'm driving it right now every day, so this should not be a problem. Should not be a problem. And you probably saw when I gave you the walk around, we're working on some other things as well. So, for the record, the back window of that one's already tinted too. See, we're trying to get ahead and stay ahead, guys. That's where we're at. But next year, the GM Tailgate Tour will start where it ended this time in Myrtle Beach, and it goes down to Daytona Beach, which we've taken you guys there before on the motorcycles. Hopefully, we take you there again, this time in the trucks. And if that's the case, maybe we'll shoot down to Kevin's and leave from there, hit that thing he was talking about in Denton, because he's been talking that up a lot. I want to check that out. I actually looked it up, me and old Wade, and yeah, it's looks pretty cool. So that would be great if we could do all that kind of stuff, and maybe even talk Megan into jumping in the truck and shooting down there. Maybe. Kevin's pretty persuasive, so if anybody's going to convince her to do it, it would be Kevin. But Kevin, appreciate the update and the insight and the reminder. And it's always next year. They do it every year, like we said. And well, we can't be less prepared than we were this year. I guess we could. I could sell everything again and try to start over. That didn't work out last time. Probably not going to try that again. I think what we're going to be focused on is working the projects we have and making them the best they can be. That's something Kevin is really good at, and old Wade's pretty good at that as well. They get one project and they just stick with it till the end, and then get another project, stick with it till the end. In old Wade's case, it was a Jeep. He's driving that thing every day now. He puts more miles on that thing than anything else he owns. I think almost to include his motorcycle. And in Kevin's case, sometimes he finishes a project and then it sits in the garage and becomes a shelf. I don't know what that's all about, but maybe he'll enlighten that. Or next time we make it down to his house, he can tell us about it. Keep watching the Pugliese Speed Shop to find out. Thanks for watching, guys.
Chaz, it's time to get up, buddy. We gotta roll. Come on, get up, man. Man, he really sleeps good.